wow, wow. Well, I pull up at the club, VIP, gas tank on E, but all drinks on me. Oh, April, stop. You need to stop. I pull up at the club, VIP, gas tank on E, all drinks on me. Light went down. Tip, get out of there. You know better. You know better. The fuck, man? Uh-oh. Fuck all going on here. Kendra, Scott, Goat, what's happening? Tato, Gamer, Real Magnolia, Cynthia, Raging, Chadrick, Berg, Wyoming. Shit, I ain't up to shit, Chad. Cleaning up, getting the house all spick and span. Like, do they even still sell spick and span? I'm getting the house all spick and span, like, so I can get ready to go to Indianapolis Thursday morning. Wait, I don't even think I want to put these in there. Do I? What are these? Okay. Okay, I think I do. Hold on. Oh, goodness gracious. Shout out to Christy. Make sure y'all keep praying for her. She is up and at 'em today. That's a good thing. I need some top loaders. Excuse me. It is a cold, cold war. Nobody wins like the government in the USSR. April, what's your deal? I'm not trying to hear that shit. Shut up. Hey, I don't know. What are you and Tip doing? Whatever y'all doing, stop, bro. Leave Tip alone. And Tip, leave her alone. I'll beat the shit out of both of y'all. J Dub was happening. Great to see everybody this early afternoon. Rhonda. I just talked to Mama Hope not that long ago. Big shout out to Mama Hope. chat, who's the who's the most slept on rookie from this past season? Who do you think it is? The motherfucking goat is in the building. I didn't want what happened in last night's stream was very important enough to make sure I come and announce it separately for those that may not fuck with the replay gang or what have you, what have you, what have you. That caught the go card last night. Yawn. Franz Wagner. Nobody wins like the government in the USSR. Nobody cares who you think you are. And you can fight it, but there's no defense for what things are. Baby, grab your jacket, it's a cold, cold war. Finish organizing this fucking let y'all get everybody a chance to get in this bitch. I had some decent sleep. Get on this aeroplane. The French dude, Risha Shay? Zachary Risha Shay? Oh, you talking about from the Wizards. What French dude from the Wizards? Alexander Sarr? Man, Lupe is something like the GOAT. That kid. Who's teaching a college course now. That's the type of cold ass rapper he is. This pile's not making much sense. Excuse me. Alexander Sarr. Yeah, I think he gonna be decent. I definitely think he was slept on this year, which was weird. So was Bub. Like, both of them on the Wizards. Bub Carrington and him. Well, I knew you was gonna say something about Isaiah Collier. But yeah, he gonna be decent. Green fishing was happening. Tommy, you snuck in on me, Madeline. Crazy, Tommy. Thunder versus Pacers starting. I'm gonna be in Indianapolis for game 1 in Oklahoma City. Like, didn't see that coming, but you know, that's how life is. You feel me? Can't wait till I get rid of all these dumbass Bronny James cards. Raging, Jazzy Stud. All these stupid Bronny James. I always get a Bronny James. Is Wemby gonna bounce back all right next year? Word on the street is Wemby has grown like another inch or two, bro. TK was happening. Word on the street, Wemby has grown another inch. I'm not bullshitting. Maybe even 2. This is what I'm hearing. How true this is, we'll see. But that's insane. A nigga that's 7'3", 7'4", has a growth spurt. What kind of shit is this? What kind of fucking steroids did your mama have in her system? Cause that's gonna be the new shit. Niggas, since they can't juice, the mamas are gonna be juicing. I try to tell people that Luca don't like. He never liked the idea, and it didn't have nothing to do with like the Lakers per se. Like he's not into that Los Angeles lifestyle. That's like not him. And then when you play for the Lakers, it's so much like the politics and shit you got to deal with. You got to meet all these certain people and all this other extra bullshit. It's a whole lot of politics and playing in LA. Man, at this juncture, the way that they be trying to breed these athletes, Scott Johnson, I would not doubt it for 1 second. I would not doubt that. Like, especially like if a nigga was like let's say you, the new Wardell Curry, you know what I mean? Like, you played in the NBA and shit like that, and then you figure out like, look, I'm gonna get me a wife, and then I'm gonna have my wife, like, she gonna be on some type of PEDs or whatever, because they got millions of dollars. They can literally hit scientists to see if they can even try to get some, certain shit popping off. And I just wouldn't doubt it at this juncture. I've seen enough. I've seen enough to know that these niggas would do it if it's possible. Somebody would. Somebody black ass would do it. Jackie O was hit. Mm, mm, mm. One of my most prized possessions. One of my most prized possessions. Get me to put it in the top loader. Yeah, GOAT. It's a prized possession. Oh yeah. If you're gonna be a collector, you gotta really mean this shit. How many touchdowns you score in a game, my nigga? 4 of them hoes. MC Heavyweight was happening. Top 5 sitcom of all time for me. Top 5, easily. Easily. If he's been collecting, I'm sure he probably does. Like, it kind of happens that way. I stole this. I think I got this for like $2. Couldn't have been that much. I know it was well under $10 for sure. A Wardell Championship joint. And then they sent me this for free. I was like, oh, appreciate it. I'll always take some bullshit. Good, he left it behind. I know where they are. Oh shit, Jackie, send me some pictures of Lisa. I'll put you on game. I'll put you up on game. And motherfuckers that be selling shit up north, you get to sell that shit at a premium because motherfuckers down here be buying it with the shipping premium too. Like putting it on eBay. Yeah, he has to have something. It has to be something in there. I'm telling you, get them cards out. Send me some pictures or make a list or whatever. And I'll put you on game for free. I ain't trying to. I don't. Y'all can do what y'all want with y'all shit. Like I ain't gonna love. I mean, that's all trash. Sell it to me. Oh yeah, ain't none of these worth shit. Just sell them shits to me. What? Yeah, no, these are actually garbage. Sell these to me. And then you'll see them on motherfucking eBay because you'll go to the shit. You'll see late night crew. Late night crew clears a motherfucker on the motherfucking eBay page. Baba Janice was happening. Running in the attic that's 1,000 degrees. Oh, that and it's that swamp air too. It ain't gonna just be hot up in that motherfucker. It's gonna just be that hot swamp air up in there. So that's the hoops. So put them in the back. I think the Pacers might fuck around and get swept, bro. Pacers might fuck around and get swept. I do not want the Pacers to get swept. If they don't win, I'm okay with it. I live here. So. But I just don't think they got it. Tyrese Halliburton's about to get fucking exposed. The shit I've been talking about Tyrese all year is about to get exposed now. Your attics is a crawl space that you don't fit into anymore. That's that bullshit. That is that bullshit. Here you go. Here you go, Chad. This is actually Shay Jr.'s. This isn't my card. Cause like when he goes to the card shop, they be giving him like these free packs that they be having, and he got a Alexander Sarr out of a free pack. So that one doesn't belong to me. This one is crazy. And these punk ass niggas try to rob me out of my Tracy McGrady. I literally left the group over what they tried to do. I was like, man, who y'all think y'all talking to? Speaking of like somebody trying to rip motherfuckers off, number 5, what's happening? So for the record, this card right here, you see it says it's 40 of them, right? Cool, but out of graded by PSA, there's only one in the world. This is the only one in the world. You looking at the only one in the world. So it's this card group. Nobody really ever says anything in it. People will post cards or whatever. And like every so often somebody says, you know, how much, and then, you know, if something's gonna happen, generally they move to like DMs. You know what I mean? Private messages and shit. I posted Tracy in there. Mind you, this card is worth like 2 G's. I posted in there, I'm like, look. They was like, how much? I was like, I'm looking for like 1,500. Mind you, if you don't want to pay that, okay, hit the like button first of all. If you want to hit that, or if you don't want to pay that, okay, you know what I mean? I don't care. Like the price is the price. You don't want to pay it, you know, just move on. And so then some nigga tried to say some shit. First of all, the nigga was like, yeah, are there any comps? And I was like, no, there's no comps. It's the only one. It's the only one in the world. And so I upload the paperwork. I show him the picture of the paperwork where the motherfucker's like, pop 1, population of 1. There's none higher. It's the only one ever been graded. So this nigga tried to tell me, oh no, there's several. I'm like, no, there's not, nigga. Like, whatever you trying to show me doesn't mean shit to me because I got the actual PSA report and there's none. So then I'm just sitting here just thinking to myself like, oh, okay. So then some other dude chimes in and was like, $1,500 for a PSA 8. I know I'm old, but this seems a bit much. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, there's PSA 4s. Like let's say you had a PSA 5 of a Mickey Mantle rookie. That's like $15,000. Because a PSA 10 is $40 million. 40 million. I've seen it. I saw when they transported the $40 million car, it had a fucking police escort. Like 8, 9 cops escorted this one card. Okay? And so, and I'm not one of those niggas where it's like, like, if you don't 40 million, I bullshit you not. I had to show y'all the video tonight. 40 M's for a PSA 10 Mickey Mantle rookie card. Motherfucker had on these gloves and shit, everything. And they had armed police with them, nigga. The police had fucking rifles and shit, nigga, just in case a motherfucker tried. You tried to jack that card, nigga, you was getting laid down on the spot, nigga. I saw that shit, I was like, damn, nigga, you gonna die tonight. Niggas get brave and run up inside of my crib. They dying. And so I'm like, I'm not arguing with these niggas, but I realized that these niggas was trying to like shame me into lowering the price so they can get my car. Cause I'm like, y'all niggas don't ever say nothing. Why are y'all arguing with me with what I want to charge my card or whatever? And then trying to lie about, oh, there's several of these. I'm like, well, go buy that. Go buy it and leave me the fuck alone. Why are you talking to me? Because you know you don't have access to none of what you're trying to show me. And so I literally just left the group. I was like, you niggas trying to fucking rob me. I was like, I don't fall for that shit. This nigga sitting here trying to convince me to accept like some bullshit. I don't even know what they didn't ever even offer me a price. And I was like, look, I told you what it is, and I know what the fuck I got. Because I told him, I was like, nigga, what you just showed ain't even my card. I stand on what it is. This motherfucker, I didn't even look at the price of the comps you showed because I didn't care. Everybody else, it was just like, but that's because they actually wanted my card. They wanted that motherfucker. So they was trying to like guilt trip me into lowering the price on it. Well, I'm like, you can't guilt trip me, nigga. I ain't no dope fiend. I'm not over here trying to sell this motherfucker for crack. I've had this card for years, bro. And I just got it graded. And yeah, I'm trying to move it like for the car or whatever, but nigga, I'm not gonna, why would I sell it if it's worth more than what it costs? Like the car is 1,600, it's gonna be like 1,600. The card is worth over 2,000. So if I'm selling it at like 15, 1,600, I'm selling it at a loss. But at least the loss covers the car. So that makes sense to me. But for me to sell it to you for like 400, 500, like, especially when I know you ain't gonna do shit, put it right back up on eBay for 2,000. You gonna put it at pristine auctions for and try to get 2,000 out of it. Like, you're not getting ready to motherfucking. And I'm like, that's how dirty the game is. That's why I don't really like dealing with people when it comes to this shit. I just be wanting to get my cards and chill with myself and sell anonymously on eBay and shit like that, because y'all niggas be trying to get niggas and it's low-key hilarious to me. Cause I'm like, I'm not falling for that shit, nigga. Like, oh, well, this much. Well, go buy it then. What are you telling me for? I told you what the price is. I'm not getting ready to change my price because you said something. Oh, well, this guy just told me that my card's really only worth this. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure you, especially when it was like 2 of them. One of them was an administrator too. That's why I left the group. I was like, wait, so you an admin to this group and this is what you trying to pull? Man, fuck you. Bye. I ain't argue with them. Cause I don't, you know me, I don't do no internet arguing. That's exactly what it was, Kendra. They ain't want to pay what it's worth, and that's the part that made me mad. I'm like, it's already about 25% less than what it's worth. I'm selling it. I told them 1,500 for a card that's I don't know who this is. Spam. It's like 1,500 for a card that's that I would put over 2,000. It's the only one in the world, nigga. It's a Tracy McGrady autograph on. It's an on-card autograph from 2014. There's only 40 of the actual card made, and then out of the graded ones, there's only one graded. So it's like, nigga, I know what the fuck I got, bro. Like, you're not getting ready to just rob me. KS Dub. Yeah, that I had to change my phone to that because my phone normally be on silent. But I had to change it to that since like everybody out of town, so I could make sure I hear my phone. Cause I don't always have my phone on me when I'm in the house moving around and shit, or I'm asleep. So I had to make sure it's something I'll hear and respond to. So that's I picked that one. It's the loudest one on of all the ringtones. I need to change my shit to Jed though. I think I'm gonna change my ringtone to Jed before I leave. Do 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 belt to ass. All right, let me roll this blunt. We can talk. We can talk lawsuit. That nigga was on that Casio 3600, nigga. Bro. I had like three Casio. You know, I played piano since I was 6. So I had like three Casios. I had a little one that I would just fuck around with. I had a bigger one where I was like making these remixes with like some of them pre-made beats and shit. Then I had like a more professional one, if you will. Optichromes. But yeah, them niggas tried to rob me, and I was just like, sell your mama card, nigga. I ain't going for none of this. I know they was in there talking shit about me too when I left. I just left up out of there. Like, that's all I need to know about your group. If the administrators are trying to rob me, that's all I need to know about your group. I don't need. There ain't shit else to talk about. I don't have no conversation for you. I do like this Wardell. This ain't really worth nothing, but it's a very. I like the design. Anthony Edwards in college. College cards are not worth much of shit for whatever reason. I don't even understand it. I guess because so for whatever reason, it's a big deal if a nigga's in an NBA jersey rookie year than college. Piano, auto harp, and a recorder. The Dwight Schrute recorder. Was you as good as Dwight Schrute with the recorder? That's all I want to know. Man, this card will forever piss me off. You see that sticker on the top of it? This came from Panini. PJ Washington, right? Fucking nobody. Now, it is numbered to 149. Let me tell you the story about this card, and then we can talk lawsuit. So, I got this box of cards. It only comes with 6 cards in this whole thing. And you says it comes with 4 parallels. My shit came with 1 parallel, and the parallel it was supposed to come with, or the parallel that came with it, wasn't even supposed to be in this box because this is the Asia version. That's why I copped this Asia version. You see where I cut the proof of purchase out. So I was asking AI about it because I was like super disappointed. I was like, I got all base cards, and then 2 of the base cards was like duplicates, and it was trash. I was like, what the fuck is this? So I just figured it was an L, but I was asking AI about it just to make sure, like, you know, because I will scan cards in the AI just to make sure what they are. And AI was like, oh, nah, nigga, that's an error box. You can hit Panini and they should replace it. I was like, what? So I hit Panini and these niggas is like, yeah, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Send the cards to me, yada, yada, yada. So I send them shits to them. Why did they send me the exact same cards back in this weak-ass PJ Washington as a I guess like, oops, we fucked your shit up. So here's this PJ Washington. This PJ Washington's worth like $3. I was like, nigga, this wasn't even worth. That wasn't even worth my time to send this shit back. So I'm gonna always keep this as a reminder of fuck you niggas. That shit made me mad. Wasted my damn time and energy sending that shit for nothing. But you live and learn. I did talk to Shay Jr. this morning. He was, it made me feel good. He was happy to talk to his daddy. So, last night, if you were here, you saw it. So, last night, at midnight Pacific Standard Time, because, like, if anything's filed in court, so if I file something in court today, it'll hit the electronic system. You'll get an email from the electronic system at midnight California time the next day. So last night, I was flipping over to get ready to show this point and shoot video. And like when I flipped over to the web browser, my email was still up. And I looked and it was like activity from court. And I was like, what now? I was like, did I fuck something up or what? Shay did not fuck nothing up. For those that don't know, we have a hearing July 9th, a Zoom hearing. It is open to the public. You can't record it, stream it, or no shit like that. But you can comment. I will be sharing the link and whatnot tonight and going forward. And we, July 9th, have our hearing on the sanctions. What we wrote was good enough to get us an immediate hearing on the sanctions. I know YouTube is pissed, and I know YouTube is scrambling. They are scrambling and scraping, nigga. This is massive news for the lawsuit. If we get this protective order, Troy Terrain may be fucking terminated. He may be terminated as soon as next month. Same thing with Jedediah Brown. That's why Jed he should have waited one more day. Why could he wait longer? We have a hearing. Excuse me. We have a hearing on this. The hearing will be about sanctions for YouTube over their disrespect of my pro se status, which is not allowed by the federal civil rules. YouTube is not allowed to stonewall me. California has what's called meet and confer. And what meet and confer is that under the federal civil rules in California, especially, the lawyers have to talk to each other. And if there ain't no lawyer, like let's say we were both pro se, and we have to try to talk to each other to iron at least basic things out. And so that way, like issues and whatnot, so that way you're not bogging the court down with every little thing. Oh shit, Pastor Mac just hit me. I'm gonna have to hit up Pastor Mac after I get off this right here. Pastor Mac just texted me. Shout out to Pastor Mac. And so YouTube has basically stonewalled and ain't wanting to talk to me about any of the actual problems that we've had in this litigation that they could easily fix and shit like that. So they have violated the meet and confer rules. Her trying to lie about what the judge said to try to use it as intimidation. They not allowed to do that. Oh, I got you, Rhonda, for sure. So They not allowed to do that. So when she was sitting here trying to be like, oh, you need to don't try to file that amendment. Basically, when she was trying to get me not to file the amendment because she wanted to try to threaten me with legal fees and stuff like that. They not allowed to do that. Like serious issues, like the system calling me a fucking pedophile, and they were notified and just ignored it. Like it's several things, like because they're trying to play it like he's hitting us over nothing, and it's like you calling me a pedophile and suspending my channel for a week. That's not nothing. That's a big deal. That's a big ass deal that you should take serious. You can't be in litigation with somebody and then try to play like, oh, well, yeah, we called him a pedophile, but it's okay. Like, no, it's not. Especially if I didn't do what the fuck you said I did. Like, that's very defamatory. And what you can't do is defame a motherfucker while you in litigation with him. That's the easiest way to lose your fucking case. I mean, look at it like here's a more simple way to put it for those that don't like. You understand if I tell you, if you in child support court or family court with your baby mama or your baby daddy, quote unquote, which I don't like using those terms, but if that's what it is, right? You know that you probably shouldn't go on motherfucking Facebook and shit and lie on them because that's gonna look bad. Now, you know, in certain situations, even if you tell them the truth, the judge can maybe put a gag order on you. But if you get caught like lying on the motherfuckers, that's like way worse. Like if you like hit your baby mama or your baby daddy and lie about the judge's orders to try to get them to do something you won't, you gonna get in trouble for that. You can't do that shit. And so they did all of that. And so then and what's gonna make us look good is I let all of that slide. Because I'm like, it's in the amended complaint, we'll handle that. And I agreed to the stipulation on the time for them to have the shit in, their response or whatever. And then they're gonna act like, well, you promised to do that shit. And it's like, now you said that you were gonna do it. Nigga, when I said that I agreed to that, that was before what happened. And for them, that's why I don't understand why they didn't what is it about just not just kicking people off of the platform that break the rules, like Troy Terrain? Like for example, when he did the thing with the fake court papers. So for those that don't understand what happened with the fake court papers thing. So Troy Terrain originally filed a copyright, the first one on the very first video when I found out that he was on this type of bullshit or whatever. He's like, you can't react to my videos, I'll file a copyright takedown. I'm like, nigga, that shit don't, you know how I am. That don't scare me. That's illegal. You can't just file copyright takedowns because for things that are protected by fair use, you just can't do it. So on the first video, he went to the Copyright Claims Board. He paid the $40 to show that he was doing legal action to get YouTube to keep the video down. Excuse me. So when the second video popped off like a month and a half later, instead of him opening a new case for that one, he was like, why am I going to spend another $40 for this video when I can just file an amendment on the case I got? He don't add the video to it or nothing. He just files an amendment where he changed like 2 words and thing. I bullshit you, it was like 1 or 2 words he changed. And then he submitted it to YouTube telling them, hey, I'm doing legal action against this video. And then they hit me. It was like, yeah, he's doing legal action, and took it down. And I looked at the shit. I was like, did y'all realize this is the same docket number from the other court case? This is the same docket number. There's no mention of this new video, anything. He just submitted this to y'all, and y'all just saw the date on here, and y'all just accepted it. They try to ignore, and I hit the lawyers, and they ignored it. So they got to explain why would y'all accept fake court documents and keep that shit down. It's a lot of shit they getting ready to explain. They're going to have to explain that they can't. But just those 2 events, they can't explain. They got a better chance trying to explain the Jedediah Money Boy Trey shit than they can't say anything on this. Their system did the shit, and they ignored me when I contacted them. So then for this last thing where it was like, I filed my amended complaint at like, what time was that? I think I was in intro when I actually sent it. So this is like 10 p.m. on the 26th. By 8 a.m., I'm dealing with content ID complaints, privacy complaints. It was 2 privacy complaints. Both of them got rejected. And then within an hour and a half, this nigga paid ad rev to fuck with me. And then he's filing all these other things. And then they gonna sit here and be like, okay, now here's that order. And then what really pissed me off about her trying to press me on signing that order was, I hit her 3 times within 3 days about the shit that Troy did. She never responded. I hit her again talking about, look, I'm getting ready to file for sanctions if you're not gonna answer me. She responds with, here, sign. Remember when you said you was gonna sign this like a week or so ago? Sign this. Then when I told her I'm not gonna sign it, that bitch gonna try to threaten me like, yeah, we're gonna file this on you in court. File it, bitch. They still ain't filed it either, and they're not going to. She knew she was bluffing, and she thought I was bluffing. She just knew I was bluffing. Oh, yeah, well, you have the right to file whatever you want, but I'm just telling you, if you don't sign this, we're going to file blah, blah, blah. And I reiterated to her, I'm not signing shit. Like, every time she tried to get me to sign, she sent the document again. I'm like, nigga, I'm not signing shit. Fuck you. Yes, twice that fucking night, bro. I'm like, y'all gonna let, I was like, so this nigga's clearly retaliating against me about the amendment of the lawsuit, and he's trying to hide it, and y'all helping him do it. Y'all helping him do it. Because her only argument that she could try to make is the argument of, well, these are separate issues. Which, yes, they are separate issues, but the problem that they have is you won't address the other issue. See, when you're saying that it's separate issues, you're trying to imply that, well, I'm just trying to get him to deal with this, and then we can deal with this other thing. But there's no track record of that. There's no track record of, if I do this part, you'll do this other part. There's no track record of that. Because when the very first time, this is when I knew it was gonna be some bullshit. It was something that they tried to get me to agree to early on. I have to go back and look. They tried to get me to agree to something early on. I didn't feel comfortable agreeing to it. I was like, I need to look at this more. I don't really feel comfortable agreeing to this or whatever. She was like, well, if you want to be uncivilized, mind you, I didn't. Y'all heard all the communications I had, and you see, I'm not doing none of the show shit in court. I'm in court. It's not time to do the show shit. And I was like, I'm being uncivilized. She never even responded. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, you can't sit here and tell me that I have to agree to whatever fucking shit y'all come up with, and if I don't, I'm being uncivilized. Man, fuck you. You niggas have ruined everything, nigga. And you still ruining shit to this day. Here we are damn near a year, and I had to file sanctions on these niggas. And so the court read what the fuck I wrote. They saw all the shit I wrote, and they have granted us a hearing. And man, YouTube mad as a motherfucker. Well, YouTube probably don't necessarily know, but they lawyers are mad as a motherfucker. Kelly might be in trouble with her people, especially if she loses this shit. She's gonna be in trouble with the motherfuckers she worked with, because, bitch, this was supposed to be easy. You were supposed to easily beat this nigga, and now you done fuck around, got sanctions put against us, our firm, and this nigga has a protective order for us to make sure that he gets left alone now. Like, I'm not gonna bullshit. I would not be surprised if they kick this bitch off the case. Would not be surprised. Because she costing them money. She's costing too much money. And then they gonna have the audacity to try to send YouTube a bill at the end of this. Like I hope that all of this is like part of their contingency, because if they try to bill YouTube for all the mistakes they making, that's bro. I'm over here like Tiffany Henry potato. That's all they had to do was call my phone. Call my phone. And the crazy part about that is that shit resonated so much more with me when I met the trustees. Was like, well, do any of y'all ever call her phone? No. I was like, I thought to myself when they told me, I was like, so Tiffany wasn't lying. Tiffany was saying, I be telling them niggas to call my phone so we can talk about it, and they won't call my phone. And I was like, why won't y'all call her phone? Because she ain't gonna say shit. She ain't gonna do nothing. And I was just like, wow. So she was telling the truth. That was the first time I realized, like, damn, Tiffany don't be lying about everything. Like, she really be telling these niggas call her phone. They really don't call her phone, and they proud of that. I don't know. Attorney to be noticed should be her. I would think it's her. She be CCing somebody sometimes in some of the shit, which I would imagine is maybe like a supervisor or something. But like, carefree what's happening. But this shit is getting to a point where she's using up way too, in their mind, she's using up way too many resources, and she's not just not a good lawyer. If I was her, I wouldn't even get caught up in none of this stupid shit. Like, I'd have told YouTube months ago, even if I wasn't gonna necessarily hit me, like, let's say, okay, Shay hit us and showed us this shit, and I'm the attorney against Shay. Maybe I don't hit Shay and be like, you right, X, Y, and Z, this, that, and the third. But what I would do is hit my client and tell my client, hey, nigga, I've read this lawsuit. This nigga actually has some valuable complaints and some shit y'all doing against the law. So what I would advise y'all to do is make sure nothing happens to this nigga's channel while we in the middle of this litigation. So that way, we don't get ourselves in extra trouble over this shit. She clearly never did that. It's like it's ramped up, the amount of age restrictions and all this other stupid ass shit. And and then the sexualizing a minor shit, that was literally that I'm pretty sure that was academics now. Because they're because it ain't like they can go to court and be like, well, your honor, here's the video right here, and he's clearly sexualizing a minor. They know they can't, they know they don't have nothing of the sorts. They have no arguments. They don't have no real arguments outside of, I didn't feel like I had to talk to him. Wow, he ain't got no lawyer, so who you gonna talk to? Well, I'm just not gonna talk to anybody. It's not how that works. Meet and confer laws. So I want to thank the courtroom. I want to thank Judge Orrick. All I want is, I just want to talk about it. And even if, let's say we get in there and the judge is like, I don't want to do nothing necessarily right now. I want right now for you to talk to Mr. Hall and get some of this shit squared away on y'all own, because that's the whole thing. That's the whole purpose of why I made sure to send multiple good faith emails and stuff like that, because the court does not want to deal with petty shit. The court don't want you just coming to them over petty shit. That's why she ain't filed her shit, because she know that the court judge gonna look at them so fucking bad if she turns around and files this shit about Civil Rule 4 about me not agreeing to certain stipulations. Because it's basically like, if somebody has so you can't just be a dick, basically. And here's what I mean. So if a deadline's like 7 days and certain elements pop up and the other side maybe needs another week or so, you can't just say no to be an asshole. You could, but it's a coin flip at best when you get to court what the judge will feel. Because you can't treat this shit like so petty. Because, this shit's different than like family and child support court shit like that, where petty shit happened all the time, and the judges are used to the petty. This big boy federal shit, they don't have the time for this petty shit. So that's why I'm sure they are shitty. They didn't think I could do it because I'm sure they were in their mind, because I could tell how she talks to me, and I don't want to necessarily say she's like this because I'm black, but I think it's definitely because I don't have a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, like, I don't think that she thought, because it's a lot that you can't just, like, for sanctions and this protective order, you can't just write on a piece of paper, oh, they're blah 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 blah. There's certain ways that you have to write it. You have to cite certain laws. You have to cite certain rule. Yeah, it's definitely, I feel like it's classism for sure. And you know, all these things that I guess she felt like if I didn't go to law school, I wasn't gonna be able to do. Like, I had to write a proposed order, a declaration, and you know, one thing I've learned over the last year is become very resourceful with the law, because that's the part that they're not realizing. I don't I don't have to become a law expert. I just need to know about the law that's related to what I got going on. And I got the tools to do so. So it gets easier for me. All I got to do is, so like with the sanctions, this was my process after I felt like I was wrong. Okay, this is what happened. Let me go see what the law says against what's happened. Oh shit, the law's on my side on this one. Okay, so how do I properly tell the judge? So what does the law say? This is possibly sanctions and you could get a protective order. Okay, cool. Then my next step is, okay, so how do I notify the court properly of a situation to where I need sanctions? And then that's when I find out all the things. And then I go to each separate thing. Okay, how do I do a proposed order? How do I do a declaration? You know, how do I write this this level of a complaint in a way that the court finds acceptable? And it's just putting a big ass puzzle together, basically, piece by piece. Except I only had like 36 hours to do it. So that's why I'm sure they didn't, and I understand that. I understand that level of thinking. I'm not even saying they wrong for not, having the thought that this nigga can't do it and this motherfucker don't know how to do it. I feel that. But that's the gamble you take. That's fine. You want to take that gamble? Hey, that's fine. You have that right. You have that right to gamble on my level of intelligence and competence in this situation. But if you crap out, nigga, I don't feel sorry for you. And the court ain't gonna feel sorry for you. Because you sure as shit can't go in there. Well, Your Honor, we never thought he could actually file these sanctions, so we really didn't give a shit. So they went from trying to get an extra month on the motherfucking amended complaint to wit, I agreed to an extra week. Then they not even getting an extra week. And then now on top of not getting an extra week, they got to deal with this sanction shit. I bullshit you not, bro. The bitch hit me asking for more time talking about summer holidays and family vacations and shit. I'm like, man, fuck you. Man, fuck you. Like, what the fuck I look like? What the fuck I look like caring about your fucking y'all going to the Hamptons or whatever the fuck y'all niggas is trying to do. I like nigga like my mother-in-law died and I wasn't even with my wife because of this shit. So I'm exactly take the laptop to Six Flags. Like I don't feel you niggas don't care about my mom dying. Y'all don't care about what my wife going through. Y'all don't care about the strain y'all put on my family, my channel, all this shit. It's hard for me to sit here and go, oh, I'm gonna give you guys extra time so you rich motherfuckers can go be rich. No, you got work to do, like everybody else. There's lots of people that have shit planned and work get in the way. Especially when We should have sat down a long time ago, and this shit should be done. Cause y'all niggas is violating. They know that they guilty. That's why in their first motion to dismiss, they never mentioned any of the core elements of the case, because they have no case. How can they explain how they gave me a song from the YouTube audio library and gave me a license to use said song with a promise that I never have to deal with any copyright issues? Then you let Money Boy Trey do all of that shit and there's no way to report it. And then you gonna tell me, oh, well, if somebody filed a copyright takedown, you gotta go fight that in court. How you gonna tell me I gotta go fight your copyright battle? It's your copyright battle. This is your song. And you let this trout mouth ass nigga file a copyright on your shit, and then you gonna tell me I gotta spend my money to go fight your copyright in court? No, bitch, you gonna do it. So ain't none of you niggas, and I already know how this shit go, and I get it. Lennox was happening, you know, and I get it. I get the whole thing of, you know, we gonna try to just use our legalese to like just try to get this shit dismissed. That's a gamble you took. It didn't work. It didn't work. And so, you know, you're gonna have to talk about it. And that's the thing, is like, y'all making it to a point where there's not going to be there's nothing that you're gonna say. Like, I'm so close to being like, there will be no type of settlement until basic discovery, because I know that's what y'all don't want. Basic discovery could possibly bring down YouTube, because there's gonna be a lot of channels that are bigger than mine, with a lot more money than mine, that are gonna sue the shit out of YouTube with the blueprint I'm sitting out. When they see a nigga under $20,000 that's broke take YouTube to the brink like this, and these niggas is sitting, and some of these niggas are making, there's some niggas dealing with this shit making $30,000, $40,000 a month. Like, you want one of them niggas that make 30, 40,000, like the nigga that make 30, $40,000 a month doing YouTube, it ain't shit for him to hit a lawyer and give a lawyer $10,000 retainer off top. And then the lawyer sit here and got this level of case study and shit like that. Like, bro, this is an issue. Kathy, what's happening? Just like with the sexualizing the minor thing in itself. I know of, it's at least 5 YouTube channels I know it happened to. And all of them got play buttons. And all of them do decent views and all that shit. So they don't want basic discovery, and I'm getting to the point where I'm like, y'all gonna make me mad. Like, I'm gonna say there's no price you can give me. We can talk after basic discovery, because basic discovery, I'm gonna get all of the privacy complaints, all of the, because I want all of the complaints ever filed against my channel. Because part of the settlement, every motherfucking like monetization thing you put on my channel against like copyright shit that you're not allowed to do, you give me all of that. Bird, what's happening? I don't claim to be the smartest nigga in the world, but I appreciate that, Kathy. That's definitely love. I appreciate it. But when it comes to things that I'm into, that's the quirkiness of me, the nerdiness of me. So when I look at so whatever I get into, like basketball and everything, is like, when I like it, the way that I enjoy things is to learn as much about it as possible, more than the average motherfucker. You know. So that's where they have a downfall with me. Like, that's why the bitch was like, well, whoever this lawyer is, whoever your lawyer is, I need to talk to them. And I'm like, and which was gaslighting in itself, because she know ain't no lawyer filed with the court. And they can't tell me that I can't consult with a lawyer. Like, just because I'm pro se, I can consult with whoever I want to. So even if I was consulting with an actual lawyer, that doesn't mean anything. You know, you can't talk to them because they're not my lawyer. I was just a lawyer I'm talking to. But they don't know what the fuck I be doing. It's a proprietary blend. That's why I never truly say exactly what or how certain things happen because it's none of your fucking business. So they got alerted that we got a fucking court hearing. They pissed because they gotta have their response to it in by July 13th, and then or June 13th. I'm sorry, they have to have it in by June 13th, and then I have to have my response to their response on June 20th. So I got all types of artillery laid out for whatever the fuck they getting ready to try to say. I've already basically know whatever arguments they could use, which are all flimsy as fuck. And I got counters for each and every one. So I personally, because the judge has been extremely fair and honest, so I truly feel like at bare minimum, I'm getting the protective order. I think that's for me personally, I think that's no, I don't even want to call it, okay, the worst case scenario would be the judges would tell YouTube, like, hey, you better go talk to this nigga and figure this shit out before I do something to you, which is a win for us. I think that's the worst case. I think the weakest thing, if it was, can I get both of them? I think I definitely can get both of them. But I can see the judge being like, all right, I'm not going to necessarily sanction them. I'm going to give them another chance, but I will give you a protective order, which I'll accept. I'll accept clear as day if he tell them like, look, y'all need to go, I'm not going to sanction y'all right now. Y'all need to go talk to this nigga, but I am going to put a protective order in place to ensure that nothing else happens to him. Because that's the part where it's going to be hard for them to keep me from getting a protective order is their whole stance is we shouldn't have to do shit. Okay, if you feel you don't have to do anything, then we got to put a protective order in place so we can ensure that nothing happens since you're not interested in doing that. The vault is undefeated, Kendra. And they don't know that about me. They don't know how I keep receipts. Niggas can't be. I learned a long time ago. Rhonda, have a great day. Tell Dre I said what's happening. And yes, this is a monumental day. Everybody should be at court on July 9th, bro. If you have internet access and can get to a Zoom link, you should be there so you can see it yourself. It's going to be a big day. You'll get to see your boy in front of a federal judge. And I won't be laughed out of the courtroom. And so, I keep receipts. And not only do I keep receipts, I know they didn't know I was putting trackers in the emails. I sent a couple emails early on that were like blatantly ignored. And I was like, you know what? I'm about to start putting trackers in all these emails just to see. And I promise, I send an email, they open it within 5 minutes. They open it within 5 minutes and then I won't hear shit from them. They'll even open it and they'll forward it. Absolutely, Kathy. I'm going to start posting a Zoom link tonight and I'm going to be posting it regularly. What crown things? Oh, like the community joint. It's like XP. So right now the top XP people from this stream is Kendra with 150 XP, Rhonda with 150, and the GOAT, Potato Gaming, and Chad are tied with 100 XP, but they giving it to the GOAT. So, and that's the thing with email trackers. Not only do I can track when you open it, it tracks when you forward it to people. Yes, and I'm going to be reminding motherfuckers damn near daily, Kathy, for sure. And so, there's gonna be certain emails where the judge is gonna see and probably already saw that like you not only opened this email, it was important enough to you that you opened it like 7, 8 times and you forwarded it like 4 times to a motherfucker, but you never said anything. You pretended like nothing happened. Did my lighter just go out? It did. Good thing I have a spare right here. Danny, what's happening? So this is a monumental day for LNC, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna be a little nervous. Why wouldn't I be? But nervousness doesn't really have anything to do with my performance. Like a lot of NBA niggas be nervous before they go out and destroy motherfuckers. You know, I'm human. I'm gonna be, anxious and all of that shit. But I mean, it's gonna be. I'm excited because it's not like there's a difference between when you go into court on some shit where you trying to get back than if I was going to like criminal court. I'm not going to court hoping I don't get put in prison or no shit like that. Which is, I guess you could say, as a black man, if you will, in quotations, as a black man, that's, you know, this is something to be proud of, I guess, as a whole. Like, you know, I'm supposed to be sitting at the table, facing the judge, asking him to let me be free. Nah, I'm going to ask the judge to put belt to ass on the defendant. I'm not the defendant in this case. I am a plaintiff. Belt to ass. So this is not to be taken lightly. This is not to be taken lightly. And for all the, I'm telling you, YouTube's lawyers are not happy about this development. They're pissed. That shit was crazy, KS. That fucked me up. It was hard to concentrate the rest of the stream. It was really hard for me to concentrate. All I kept thinking all stream was, fuck, July 9th, we get to go talk to Judge Orrick. That's all I was thinking about. Man, we get to talk to Judge Orrick. Laura, what's happening? We get to talk to Judge Orrick. And Kendra, I have no doubt about that. Y'all heard how thorough this shit was? I cited other court cases where shit like this has happened and the judges have ruled in my favor, if you will, in these other cases. And I cited the rules and all this shit. That's why they think I got a lawyer. It's like, I'll be honest, that's a high compliment. I can find compliments inside of disrespect. That's a high compliment. Because there's a lot that she can't really go say that she's trying to use with me. She can't go to court and tell the judge like, well, judge, we need to find out the lawyer that's helping him. The judge is gonna be like, it doesn't matter if he has a lawyer helping him. Like, there's no lawyer assigned to this case. He's representing himself. She should have never sent that. Another thing that's gonna look really bad in this sanction situation is she should have never sent that email telling me that she couldn't talk to me directly. She had to talk to my lawyer, and then if I didn't have a lawyer, that I need to get a lawyer to talk to her. Like, you can't do that. Go, it's time. It's time to turn up. And this is separate. So this is a situation. So let's talk about the best possible scenario. The best possible scenario would be sanctions plus the protective order, right? Well, if we get the sanctions plus the protective order, the sanctions will include a monetary thing. They will have to pay me for my time and resources and videos I couldn't make and didn't have time to do and whatnot, what have you, and all this other shit. They got to pay for that. They're gonna have to pay me for that separately of this lawsuit. Which I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna tell them I need like 10 bands, straight up. I ain't gonna get ridiculous with it, but I want $10,000 for all of this, and the court will agree because I can definitely show where losses and resources of all this shit, I can reasonably ask for $10,000. So if they would have to pay me $10,000 before we even finish the main shit, this whole thing is gonna make the whole case look bad for them as a whole. I thought it was $15. Yeah, that's what they gonna try to say. That's what the fuck they gonna try to say. Nigga, I need 10 bands, bro. Prove me wrong. Because because it's hard to litigate, and that's the whole point of this. They can't be making my litigation harder, and that's what YouTube is doing while trying to pretend they not. And so Jed hears what's happening. I don't expect Jed to say another mumbling word about us. That's why that lady Luck clout chasing bitch. That's why I don't have nothing else to say to her. Nah, well, I don't even have to do that. This ain't no negotiation. This is like all I gotta do. So like for this, so the 10,000 demand, right? This is why I could comfortably say this out loud. The 10,000 demand will be up to the court, and it's not like a negotiation. All I have to do with the court is be able to show that all this and more costs $10,000, and I can easily do that. Easily, easily, I can. It's just Jed's stupid, but he's not like he ain't as bro. Jed is a little smarter than y'all niggas think. He's just the thing with Jed is he's evil. I'm so serious. Jed ain't the smartest nigga ever, but he's not as dumb as y'all think he is. He knows his audience is dumb though. So that's why, like, like when I showed y'all, he putting the court case and shit on the screen, and people in the chat, they not even reading this shit, they just listening to him. They not even listening, and they got short-term memory with any of the shit he say anyway. So this nigga make all these lofty promises and all this shit, and then he don't even, acknowledge the shit when it's supposed to happen. Hold on. All right, I'm back. So, and be honest, once Jed saw that this shit wasn't getting immediately dismissed, that's why it was funny when that nigga was like, he's been quiet for like a long time, even though he showed a post where I wasn't quiet at all. When in actuality, it's been him quiet for a long time. We can't lie about that. Jed hadn't said shit about me in months. And when I came up on that thing, y'all heard what happened when he was on that little panel he had, and it came up, was like, yeah, that shit we did to LNC, and that nigga was like, I don't know what you talking about. Like, we would never, we would never like try to do anything to like anybody. Like, we don't do stuff like that. It made me laugh because I'm like, he know what time it is. Because remember how they was proud of that shit. Oh yeah, 48-hour notice, and we doing all this doxing and all this and da 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 and X, Y, and Z. And then now the shit turned into Yeah, we don't be doing shit like that. Like, what do you mean? You publicly used to brag that you did this shit. And then he stops and goes, wait, so is that court case completed? And then the bitch was like, yeah, they threw that out. And I was serious when I told Jed. Well, I was like, I always be trying to be in good faith. I was dead serious when I told Jed, you better watch the people that are around you, bro. This bitch just sat here and told you that this case has been dismissed and it hasn't been. And she's supposed to be on your side. And why did she tell you that, Jed? Because she was gassing you. She wanted to gas you up into talking shit about me. That's all that shit was. Yeah, they threw that out. So Jed was supposed to, and then that nigga was like, no comment, nigga. I ain't talking about this shit. Because that was the whole play. Say that shit thrown out, and then Jed was supposed to make some content off of nigga. That's what let me know that Jed really wanted that money this week. He really wanted that $2,000. And that nigga's like, fuck it. I'll go back to the LNC well. Because he made a lot of money doing the shit he did against us. Because there was a lot of people that didn't like, and then, he teamed up with like, it was a perfect storm for him. Especially once I got into it with because wasn't nobody helping that nigga. But when the trustees realized that they couldn't use my platform in the same way, then they unleashed Jed, and then they all of their sycophant supporters, they got them to hate me, which in turn by hating me. Remember, in case you forgot, you had people like Sherry over on Money Boy Trade channel. They was donating to Money Boy Trade. That like anybody they felt could take down LNC, they started putting all full force behind. Cause cooking with Frank, they tried to get him involved, and you saw what happened with him. He stood down like a motherfucker. When I told the niggas like, hey, nigga, when he made that wild ass video, I was like, nigga, I want you to know you got 48 hours to pull that motherfucker down, or I'll take it down for you. He took that motherfucker down. He saw I wasn't fucking playing. And then once everybody saw me file that lawsuit, you had because like even Hannibal was trying to do slick shit. You remember O'Shea Duke Jackson tried to be on some slick shit and all these other motherfucking things. And then once I filed that lawsuit, like everybody, like behind the scenes, everybody stopped. Um, what's that motherfucker's name? ACIU or whatever. Lisa, what's happening? He was clearly hurt for Money Potato. That's why I called this shit Why Lie. Cause I didn't understand it. When somebody sent me the timestamp and I just heard him say LNC, because I was gonna do no, I heard him say middies, and I was like, so you back to that shit, which is sexual harassment. Like, I don't like a bisexual man talking about my body. That's sexual harassment. But uh when I got to so I like to go for context, so because I wouldn't even go, I hadn't planned on talking about it. No, O'Shea Duke Jackson. He's a YouTuber. I couldn't see myself ever beefing with Ice Cube. But when I went back, because I wasn't even going to talk about it because there's been plenty of stuff that like people pretty much let me know everything that's being said, like especially if I'm mentioned or it's something adjacent, motherfucker let me know. And so I went to the beginning, to get some context, and I wasn't even gonna, I was just gonna listen to it and go on my day. But when I realized that this nigga was like, yeah, we got 10 hours to get this $2,000, I was like, wait, what? So that's why you started talking shit about a nigga. You was trying, but none of them people care no more. See, the way he was really getting that money was Mary was telling all of her people that are up under her, like the Sherrys and all of them, and the Fanias and all of them, she told them to get behind Jed for the sole purpose to tear me down. And with that comes their supporters, and then once they see some of them, that's what he said, Asa. That's what he said. And where's Anderson anyway? And so when they see, so all the people like from the Dalton Politics group and shit like that, when they see like Mary and them donating to like Money Boy Trey and all that shit. That's how they got godfathered into all of that shit. Because they were seen as the YouTubers that could shut me up. Like still to this day, I cannot believe that Mary got on that live stream talking like that. Still to this day fucks me up. Like, what the fuck were you thinking? And I'll tell you what she was thinking. She got caught up in all that moment of the internet. She felt like she had some internet fame. She felt like she was kept in a higher regard than me on the internet. And I'm like, bitch, you're just some hoe with Jed. So for her to get gassed up, she's trying to become an elected official, all this shit. And then for her to get gassed up and then come on air and admit that she finessed me out of a fucking gift card that I had for the people of Dalton, she was proud of that. Like, that part shocked me where I was like, so you proud of, like, what am I supposed to feel? I'm supposed to feel like stupid or whatever? Like, this was a giveaway. So it was never, you didn't finesse me out of anything. I had it to give away. I gave it to you because you asked me for it. And so, and you went on and bragged, and then you go on the air and confirm that Jed came here looking for altercation. Then you even admit, peace out, Chad. And then you even admit, like, oh yeah, and when Jed was ready to come, and when Jed got the motherfucker Oklahoma City, you come hitting me, telling me to get that nigga to stop. And I'm like, why would you admit this? You know this all helps me, right? Then you go on to say that you, a former police officer, you gonna come to my city for a physical confrontation. Well, why didn't you do the same? Whatever you was gonna do to me, why didn't you do it to that nigga that shot you with your own gun? That's all I want to know. you you didn't have that same energy for the nigga that robbed you for your gun and shot you with it. Which we still got to talk. We still got to do that. Obviously, things have gotten crazy within this last week with everything going on with my family and whatnot. But nigga, you you got shot with your own gun, so. But you still can't threaten me. You cannot be using your positions, and you can't threaten me. Period. And people swear I'm so reckless with my mouth. Then how come I don't ever step out aside the lines like that? How come I'm not ever threatening to go to somebody's city and pull up on them and do this, that, and the third, and trying to ruin their life with lies? Why ain't I doing none of that on that, even on accident? That's because the best part is I've tricked so many people to think that I be out of control, that I can lose control. I can spaz out, if you will. Joy, what's happening? And then a lot of people that consider themselves my enemies, they find out that this nigga's a little smarter than I expected. Jed figured that shit out. But he don't realize he let me know that he is down bad. For that nigga to make that video, so YouTube, they in some shit and they backed themselves into a corner. And the sad part is like, they could have, bro, when I filed the lawsuit and they read it, them niggas could have hit me, been like, we'll pay for your trip, we'll fix all this shit, we'll pay for your trip, and give you a couple coins so this could all go away. And I'd have been a fool to not take that deal. If they'd have fully paid for what it costs to go file and get out there and all that shit. Reality Check TV Chicago, my brother in Christ, July 9th, bro. Zoom hearing, everybody will have the motherfucker Zoom link for sure. But like when I first filed the shit and they read the shit and saw like, okay, this nigga actually has a real case. They took a gamble. We'll just run this nigga off. But I'm like, it just as a $1 billion company, it would have been smarter for y'all niggas to just pay for my trip, pay for my filing and any fees according with that, and then threw me a couple extra coins for my trouble to get me to, and then y'all take care of Jed and Money Boy Trey and just be done with it. I mean, there's no reason. Just on some cost effective shit. Like if I'm YouTube and I look at these lawyers, I'm damn near gonna think about firing them because I'm like, bro, we could have got this nigga to go away with way much than it's gonna cost us now. All y'all have done is make this whole thing more expensive than it was on its face. Y'all did this. Well, no, you mixing Ace and you mixing together two people. Jedediah Brown is a bisexual. He's never been a cop, and bro, the only time I seen that nigga with a gun was on the highway. Bro, this nigga, bro, do you know how fucking bad of a human being you gotta be to go pretend that you gonna kill yourself for clout? This nigga had a gun with no bullets, pretending that he was gonna kill himself for clout, bro. That's the type of motherfucker Jedediah Brown is. That's some, that's some, bro. That's is levels of disgust, and he somehow hits the bottom. That's why I'm like, he ain't as dumb. He just fucking evil. Cleek, this is real. If you didn't know this, this is fucking real. The nigga sat on the highway. And I'm talking about they had to have cops out there and shit. People calling us, bro. When the shit came on and the nigga was and just had the fucking gun in his hand with the motherfucking church music playing. It's like what the fuck? I remember when I found out about it. I was watching the shit. I watched the whole thing. I thought it wasn't real. I was like, this nigga, this is Jed really doing this shit? Because it was like when I was learning about this nigga. But like I said, he's evil. So you sit and you see shit like the other day when this nigga he's clearly lying. We know that he's lying because this nigga's like he got 22 days to file the amendment. He already had on the screen that I had already filed it. People get mad because I aired it because the nigga said I had a gun. Nope. Like real shit. Trina was had. Yeah, he was on Lakeshore Drive and had the motherfucker blocked for hours. And then like one of the cops that like once they talked him out, one of the cops was hugging him and crying and all this. It was bro, it was a total shit show. This nigga had a gun with no fucking bullets, pretending he was gonna kill himself so he can get some attention over it. Cause the nigga he's addicted to like he be thinking that shit really means something. Like because there's certain people he can flex with. There are certain people that walk this life that if you can show them that you've been on local TV a couple times, they will low key look at you like you a celebrity. They'll hold you in some high esteem. And then he's actually been on like maybe it was CNN or some shit like that, talking some shit. And it's like that, I've worked in media since I was 19, so I know that don't mean shit. That don't mean you got no bag. That don't even mean you respect it, nigga. Because the media just they'll jump on anything that they feel can be clout worthy. Yeah, Jed was not. No, he was never a cop. Mary Avant was the cop, and so that's why it doesn't surprise me when I watched him a few days ago show that I already filed the amendment, lie about me not having the amendment. Also, he can get people to donate him $2,000. And then the icing on the cake for me was when the nigga turns around and he goes, Lord, get these people to donate. Like you praying to God to have people donate on lies you told. Trina, I still got a report on that. Everything happened with my family, so I ain't got to. But that's something that will be coming up on the show very soon. Like that, when I heard, nigga, ask everybody when somebody said that shit in the chat. I was like, nigga, what? No bullshit, goat. Motherfucking Mary Avant got robbed for her own strap and shot with it. And they gave that bitch a motherfucking plaque. They gave this whole certificate of participation, nigga. Mary gonna have a lot of problems because with the way this lawsuit and shit gonna turn up, like I can literally see the trustees disowning this bitch, but they all in trouble. Ed Steve still think he good. Like y'all niggas is not good. Man, asking God to partake in demon time is crazy work, nigga. Dear Lord, please get these people to donate this $2,000 based on these lies I just told. Bro, God had the belly laugh at that one. You know what I mean? This nigga asked, he literally asked Christ. He asked Christ to help him rob people, bro. What type of nigga is sitting out front of the bank? Dear Lord Jesus, I come to you right now asking for your armor of protection as I go in here to rob this bank. What? What kind of prayer is this? Shayna, what happened? That nigga said, Lord, please get these people to do it. I said, Jed, you lying. Why would you pray to God to help you with this lie, bro? I've never seen that. That's bold. To pray to God that your scam work is bold. That's some bold shit. And bro, I don't think God gonna take it easy on anybody that try to use his name to scam. You know, Jed got motherfuckers thinking that he's like an ordained preacher and all of this shit. Like, bro, like I laugh and I don't laugh because it's funny. I laugh because of the level of just it's unbelievable to me. It's unbelievable that a nigga would pray to God to help in a scam. That's crazy. Like that's crazy to me. First of all, bro, that cash app is gonna get him in a world of hurt. There's gonna be a day. Hit the like button and break them sixes up, please. It's gonna be a day where Jed is going to like all of them donations is gonna come heed, and he's not gonna be able to explain certain shit. And Berg's not lying. Jedediah Brown literally said, "I prayed to God and asked God, would you kill these niggas?" That's the most nasty work I've ever heard. The nigga prayed to God to kill us. I never heard anybody say anything like that to me in my life. That nigga said, I prayed to God and asked God, why haven't you killed these niggas? And I'm like, nigga, damn. I was like, you just the epitome of evil, bro. Like, that's what I'm like. He ain't as dumb. It's just he's evil. Like he an evil ass. This is a direct quote. That is a direct quote. He said, I prayed to God and asked God, why hasn't he killed them niggas yet? He wanted God to kill me, Berg, and it might have just been me and Berg in that instance. That was I never heard nothing that was And I'm like, you think you ain't gonna have to answer for that? You gonna have to answer for that, buddy. You are gonna at some point have to answer for that shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I actually, the only thing is like the nature, especially the sanctions and shit like that. Let's say the sanctions didn't happen. Bro, you think Jed's above coming on this motherfucking app and making fun of my mother-in-law? Having people motherfucking harass me over the shit with my mother-in-law? You think Jed for 1 second feels a conscience because my mother-in-law died? You're right. Nigga don't give a fuck. If he felt he could make a profit coming to make fun of it right now, he'd do it. Like that, nigga. So, but he's in a situation right now where he can't, and he couldn't make no profit off of it. So it's less about him just being like that's a bridge too far. He doesn't operate in a place where it's a bridge too far. If you can pray to God to have somebody killed, then hey, that's all I need to know about your motherfucking your character. Like praying to God to kill somebody is crazy. Mish, June 9th or July 9th, Mish, court with the Zoom link. Obviously, B Squad are having and whatnot. Coat date. We got a coat date. Oh. You know. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't, bro. I'm very in tune with my Lord and Savior. Right. I'm covered in the blood. When you pray stuff like that, I don't even go to God and talk to him about that. Like I feel like those type of things are beneath God. I feel like it's insulting God to tell him, hey, did you know that like I feel this is wrong and Jed praying to you to kill me? Like I wouldn't even I wouldn't even bother God with such ridiculousness. Like I wouldn't even want him to get mad at me for even like you came to me to talk. So you thought what you think I was gonna do with this? You think what you thought I was gonna kill you in the name of Jed? He called this bitch. Nah, it's Plaxica. She's Plaxica Burrs. uh don't be trying to be slick, man. Fuck Big Brother, man. Fuck them niggas. This season's going to be terrible. I can already, especially because they've already mandated several clip shows during the season. That's all that Friday night shit is gonna be a glorified clip show. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully it's so good that I can't help but to come report on that shit. Hopefully it's so good where it's like, damn, I missed the first 2 weeks and y'all I'm here because this shit crazy good. But you understand it's like a 1% chance. It's like a 1% chance of this shit happening. And y'all finally put me on the boat with KS, bro. I'm on the boat with KS, and I don't plan on getting off. Cause I'm telling you, you don't realize how good past the blunt. This motherfucker almost over. I got like 2 hits left on the train. You should have asked a while ago. Cause I'm about to finish this blunt and get back to cleaning the house and doing laundry. Cause I will be leaving Thursday morning. We will have a show tonight. Tomorrow's show is gonna be extra early. It's gonna be early evening, probably like 8ish, 9ish, maybe even 7ish. Early show tomorrow because I gotta be at the airport at about 3:30, 4 a.m. Thursday. I know. That's what I'm saying, KS. Exactly. So I'm on that boat with you now where it's just like it's just not worth the trouble. It's not worth the headache. And it's a headache. And all the level of hate I get just because I don't agree with everybody. This shit, y'all all pretending this shit good. That's why I made it I made it a point to and nigga, I left my damn debit card at the fucking weed store yesterday. I didn't even tell y'all that. Unc, hey Unc, I'm gonna be home Thursday, so I want to try to pull up if you're gonna be in the city. I appreciate it, Unc. So yeah, Unc, I'm gonna be home. I'll be home Thursday, and I'm gonna be there till like Sunday. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Two things. Like, good thing I have great rapport with them, so I already talked to them. They have it, and I don't think I'm going to get it though because it'll cost me like $30 to go get it. And so I got my card digital in my Google Wallet. I got another card I can transfer money to if I need actual cash. So it's like I just I don't think I can spend that $30 to go get it. It's legit gonna cost me like 30 bucks. It's like $15 each way, like Lyft ride. 13 to $15 each way. So I don't think I'm trying to spend $30 just to go get my debit card. I might just get it when I get back. Exactly. Exactly, Trina. I didn't even want to do it when I had to do it yesterday to re up. Nah, that spot don't deliver. Like I said, they cool like they cool to the motherfucker, and I've already turned the debit card off. So that's the other thing. Like I have the option to just turn it off. So if they wanted to be on some bullshit, they couldn't anyway. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Amanda. I got great rapport with Amanda and shit. So I got great rapport with them. And so you know, I could just let them hold it till Sunday until I get home and like Sunday, Monday, just go out there and pick that motherfucker up and be done with it. But like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna take that. Pay $30 to go get it because I need to keep every penny I got. So I don't want to put a $30 hole in my budget. The funniest shit was teaching my mama how to use a vape pen. She called me and said she need tech support. Nigga said, mama called for tech support on the vape pen. Nigga, I'm shitty. Yeah, you gotta push that motherfucker like 5 times. Let that bitch come on, let that shit warm up a little bit, and then get to the shits. Oh shit. But for what Jackie was having, so for what it could have been, it could have been a worse situation. The fact that I could still access everything and, you know, what have you, whatnot. It's a good thing. Choose Compassion was happening. Choose Compassion July 9th. I'm excited, y'all. I'm truly excited. Laura, I ain't gonna look. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I know what y'all. I know what a lot of y'all want. I do. I do. And I want y'all to know. I truly considered it. Truly. But with court ramping up and what have you, I you know I is looking less and less likely. Now, if there's an opportunity, if there's a chance, it would have to be on. I would have to do anything I would do on LNC News. And then even that, it's not gonna be like it used to be. Like it'll be. My level of Big Brother, if I do it, would be like when I was covering Big Brother 19. And what was that? Like, I was doing like 115 to 20-minute video a day. I do one video a day. I'd be like TV Talks with Tom at this point. You know, the round the clock coverage, the live feed coverage, man, I don't have fans worried because CBS dropped 50% by POC. They had to because white people were mad. White people have been vocally mad with Big Brother. And they haven't seen an uptick in the by POC people watching. Like they didn't see an uptick in, what is Jag Indian? They didn't see an uptick in those. They ain't see an uptick in black women or black people as a whole. They definitely didn't as a whole because their whole 50% by POC literally it didn't hit home. So here's what I mean. Okay, you put more black people on the show, but it's the exact same type of black people. Beta simps like Monty, Swaggy, these are the black men we can get, or a gay dude. Like they refuse to get any type of real black representation. And then even the black chicks they get is the same type of black chick. Oh, I'm this strong boss babe that I'm gonna play victim at the same time. That's why what's old girl that just won the game? It's the cookout indeed. What's the name of that chick that won it? Leslie, what's happening? Chelsea. Nobody gives a fuck. She didn't play no good game. Yeah, Niecy Nash niece. Like it's to the point where like so now after you watch a season with like Taylor and shit like that, it's unfair because okay, same thing with the white people they end up getting. They don't use real people no more. So the white people, they get these super uber woke white people that don't want to go anybody that are of color. They don't want to go at anybody of color. And if they do get somebody that slipped through the cracks and do challenge anybody that's of color, like a Daniel or something like that, they're going to put their ass off the show immediately. Look at the shit they did to Kyle. They let Kyle be framed as a whole ass racist for calling out the shit that the niggas was actually doing. Well, I watched last season and I saw all the black people got together and said they're not gonna let anybody not black win. Is it possible that they're doing it this season? Racist! KK Kyle! And Kyle was a big tipping point in the 50% by POC. Because then you run it back and you have Corey, a nigga dressing in women's clothes. So you're not, that whole Jackson Mickey type fan base and people that like that type of shit, that shit gone. Cause you're not allowed to have a man that's a savage on there no more. The only savages can be these girls who ain't even really savages like that. They be dead to rights, dead in the water. Like same thing with Taylor. Everybody I talked to behind the scenes with the Taylor season let me fucking know that we was getting rid of this bitch, but once we saw how production was doing anybody that went at her, we left. We just stopped. Choose compassion. I've gotten into since I made that petition years ago, right? I've gotten into so much shit with CBS. They couldn't even pay me a premium to go on that show. They couldn't even pay me a premium to go on that show now because they hate me so much. I believe that it's easier than ever for me to get on the show now just so they could fucking embarrass me. Like, no cap. They would love to put me on the show to embarrass me. Put me through dumbass challenges, making me a have not all fucking summer. Just, it wouldn't even be fair. They would be trying to make me quit. And so, the shit getting wore out. The whole, all black men and black women ain't, the black women are the queens of this shit, and it's the cookout and all this shit. I mean, you got Derek. Derek Frazier is literally still begging to get back on TV. Like, that was sad for me to see like that, like a month or so ago. I'm like I'm sitting here looking at them. I'm like, nigga, you still begging to get on this show? They don't like you. Wyoming, a lot of people getting tired of this. You know, a lot of people getting tired of this because, and I don't like it. Like, okay, for example, a lot of black women have lost like their certain jobs, and I don't like it because it's coming across as this is a problem with black women, and it's like, no, it's the same thing when I watch these reality shows. It's not a problem with black women as a whole. Look at the black women they go get. They choose not to. They choose to, like within these corporate jobs, they chose to hire these loudmouth ass ghetto motherfuckers that because they got intimidated. You should never be trying to fuck with these black people that try to weigh on you as a white person to give you a position in your white organizations. They not for black people. They not for black people. So that'd be like the same thing here where it's like, you know, they get like I said, they cast white people that they want to be afraid of this cancellation and shit in public. And people are getting tired of it because people are seeing the level of manipulation behind it. Because even some people look at these motherfuckers and go, nigga, you're not even loyal to black people. You fucking shit on black people. You lie on black people. Like how I gotta sit here and hear from like fucking Taylor talking about like how she's treated as a black woman, but she wants to be the only black woman. She don't want no other black people involved. She wants, like, a lot of these niggas that pull that shit, they pull that shit because they are begging to be the token nigga. Like, even the cookout, they don't, like, that's why they stopped getting opportunities because CBS is like, all right, well, we let y'all do this black shit, but y'all didn't even get no more black people to watch the show. And it's like, because niggas wasn't signing on to that shit. Weak ass Xavier and Kylan's a fucking pansexual and Derek's fucking gay. So it's like, you got 3 black men and more than the majority of them ain't even straight. The average black man straight. Then you get a motherfucker like Xavier, who's a fucking snake, but he know how to play the game where he's like, oh yeah, I like niggas, but I really don't. And so they turn a lot of people off, including black people. It's like, hey, black people want to see black people. If you trying to get that type of audience of the black people that want to see black people, then you got to get the black people they want to see. And they don't want to see weak ass niggas like Xavier, Kylan, and Derek Frazier. And then on top of that, y'all was letting motherfuckers like you let Hannah. Hannah is running around telling people she black when she's literally not. She's not mixed with black, nothing. This bitch is Indian and South African, turning around acting like she's some nigga. She tried to say that she was banning Terrence from Chicago, nigga. Like she got some type of bitch. You live in Naperville. And then all them motherfuckers start linking up together and trying to do their own little club. And a lot of this shit is just backfired. A lot of that shit they tried backfired as far as the shit. And then CBS looked at it like, it's not, our numbers have gone down. That's one reason. The biggest reason? The biggest reason why they stopped in the 50% by POC shit, since they have instituted it, the fucking ratings have fallen off a fucking cliff. Yeah, nigga, Kamala Chowder, nigga. The shit's gone down, down, down. Right. They did black BB reunions, which nobody ever asked for that shit. And then the shit was like just you and them gay niggas. And then you got Tiffany and Taylor. They can't even be on the same page because they both egomaniacs, and that's what happens. Tiffany loved it. Tiffany was like, I got to win Big Brother without winning Big Brother. Like, that shit was wild. And that's how much they was just letting that shit get out of control, where it was like, nigga, y'all hated Tiffany all season. Then all of a sudden it was like Xavier ran that fucking game from beginning to end. And y'all didn't even want to give Derek Frazier no credit, lied about his game, and then turned around and was like, well, the whole reason that Tiffany won, because the Xavier won, is because Tiffany mastermind and came up with a plan. I'm like, nigga, that wasn't no real plan. And then y'all wouldn't even admit that the plan was racist. Cause here's the thing that I tried to explain to them, but they didn't want to listen to me. The niggas gonna turn around and say, I'm like, why would y'all come up with this racist ass plan of we gonna get together as black people and we putting out anybody that's not black? And the trick of how we gonna do it is we gonna all befriend somebody white just so we could take advantage of them. That bro, that's why they put Claire on that shit with Derek, Zhao and shit like that. They felt sorry for them niggas. And then when they tried and then when I was like, well, why would y'all do that? They gonna tell me it's because, well, white people have been doing that shit for season after season after season. So I was like, see, this is what I'm talking about right here. You got these niggas sitting here talking about we need to do some shit for black people, but in order to make our story work, we're gonna erase all the black history. So everything that black people have accomplished in this game, we'll pretend it never happened so we can frame all the White House guests as racist so we can further ourselves. Cause I was like, what would y'all have done if white people had four white people sitting there? I mean, y'all lost y'all mind when Kyle just said, I think the niggas are playing together. Y'all act like Kyle was trying to do the cookout shit. Which how could you even have been mad? I told everybody that Klan shit was coming. I predicted that shit. Cause I'm like, could you really have been mad at Kyle if he sat there and was like, look, I watched last season of Big Brother. I think all of us white people need to stick together, befriend one of the black people, use them as a vote, and then slowly vote out everybody that's not white. They would have been like, what the fuck? This is the most racist shit ever. Well, they did it. The black people did it last year. Black people can't be racist. Black people can't be racist. There's all this systematic stuff. Nigga, the definition of racism is in the dictionary. And nowhere in that definition does it say black people can't be racist. No, y'all just be racist and thought that y'all could justify it. If Kyle had said the same, Kyle didn't even say the same plan. Kyle said, I think that they might be teaming up together, and he was right. They were trying to do a cookout too. And they called him racist just for saying, I think the black people are doing the shit that they did last year. They called the nigga racist. They called him KK Kyle. That shit was still just like beyond me. The amount of black people that got mad at me during the cookout season, where I was like, this is racist. Y'all understand this, right? I was like, y'all season that y'all pulled this is always going to be tarnished and nobody's going to respect it. And they call me the biggest hater. Now, we 5 years removed from that shit? Are these niggas famous? Are these niggas considered civil rights heroes? No. Do anybody look at them in high esteem? No. Y'all all clout chase each other and y'all all in that circle jerking each other off. I mean, Claire didn't even take a shower for this shit y'all did to her. Don't fucking touch me! Don't put your fucking hands on me, nigger. You can hug me at the fucking finale. Them niggas was sitting around like, wait, Claire don't want to give us a hug? Hell no, you racist motherfuckers. The fuck away from me. I ain't hugging. What I look like hugging some racist ass white people? I ain't hugging you niggas. I found out you niggas did some racist shit to me. Don't try to hug me. Fuck off of me, nigga. Nigga, she stood up. Her hair was all ratted, nigga. She went through it, nigga. When she, Tara called it the big talk. I was like, the big talk? You mean the talk where Tiffany let Claire know that she's a racist and wasn't never her friend? Claire thought that was her big homie, nigga. She thought that was her OG in council, nigga. Nigga, Tiffany sat her down, was like, look, you white. I want to take you to the end so bad, but I mean, you white. And this is a black thing. Well, Hannah's not black, but she's black enough. Like, even 15. There's a lot of misconception about 15. Did them hoes say some racist ass shit? Yes, they did. There's no doubt about it. I bet you can't see the bitch when the lights go off. Yeah, I give you all of that. But the part where it dilutes a bit of the so-called racism was two things. Number one, Howard was a hoe ass nigga. He was the beginning of the beta nigga. Candace wanted all that smoke. But the thing is once they got all of the black people out of the house, they started saying all that fucked up shit about each other. Them white people did not turn that shit off when the niggas left. Like, I mean, they was saying some fucked up shit. I mean, bro, Andy was the queen of it. I mean, Andy won the game and then sat on the internet talking about CBS is homophobic and they got all this against gay people. I'm like, how the fuck they got all this shit against how the fuck they got all this shit against gay people and they let you win, nigga? Make this make sense. How the fuck you win if they hate gay people? They would have gave me more coverage if I wasn't gay. Nigga, you won the game. So I ain't dismissing like the level of the racial shit that was said and happened. It's just that nobody adds the part where it's like, no, these were just some evil ass fucking people. Some of them bitches were just evil. They wasn't just evil against the black people. It was just like they was evil against the black people, the Asian people, and the white people. They were just evil people. But it's easy to just be like, oh, motherfucker's racist. And then, it was an overcorrection from 15. A slow overcorrection. And then they felt like Mickey was racist. And I was like, I don't even... Because what was old girl from 21? What was her name? The black chick that was gone, that got bounced basically and can't come back. What was her name? You see, I've been away for a while. What's the bitch name from season 21? The black chick. Kimmy. Thank you, Laura. Kimmy introduced a whole new era of black girl. Kimmy introduced the era of I'm going to claim racism or sexism to get my way to the top. Taylor modeled her whole game after her and it just worked. Kimmy tried to basically call Jax and Mickey a racist and I'm like, I don't understand why. I don't understand why he's doing this shit to everybody. And that was the thing I stood on was like, whatever asshole shit you think he doing to niggas, bro, he told his own bitch. He got in an argument with his own girl who was fucking white and told that bitch to get her shit and get out of the H. He's the only nigga to ever put a bitch out of the HOH. You want to grab your stuff? Holly, you want to grab your stuff? What I'm not going to be doing is I'm not going to be called an asshole and disrespected on national TV. My people are watching. Nigga, Jackson Mickey wasn't playing that shit with nobody, nigga. The nigga, Jack was racist to the motherfucker. I don't fuck with no niggas, bro. I mean, that's literally you saying I'm racist. If you a white person saying I don't fuck with, and you say niggas, that nigga said, Yeah, and Jackson Mickey was detoxing. The nigga was on motherfucking opioids and shit, pain pills and whatnot. The nigga was detoxing and bro, he gave everybody the business, nigga. Everybody got the business from him. It was not exclusive to a race. That nigga told his own bitch to get her shit and get out, nigga. You wanna grab your stuff? So, you know, the amount of watermelon that nigga was eating was ungodly. I've never seen a white man eat that much watermelon in my life. That shit was crazy. So, like I said, it's like they cast these black women that do this shit, and then they make people think that this is the average black woman, and I'm like, this is not the average black woman. The average black woman don't like Taylor Hale, but the average black woman don't have to deal with like them black people. And the same thing with like you think that Monty hangs with what you would consider average black men? Fuck no. And Taylor don't hang with average black women. They like to be. That's why they always be on that shit, because they like to be with white people as black people. Because if you get around certain white people, you can elevate yourself by guilt tripping them. You can catch the right white person that you ain't never met and get them to give you $100 if you can finesse them into feeling like they getting ready to look racist. Some white people truly fear ever having to defend themselves from being called racist, even in the most ridiculous situation. I mean, I never want to see Taylor Hale play again. She was very bad. She wasn't entertaining. All she did was sit around with them motherfucking Mr. Burns teeth and that damn hoodie. She's not hot. She ain't attractive. And that's why she still ain't got no man now. She had to have a fake relationship with a nigga that I'm quite certain is gay. It's like, and this nigga robbed his fans. The great sock caper. The greats. Nigga, when we broke that shit down and that motherfucker nigga, I was like, Joe just finessed y'all, bro. Joe went on the local news. Yeah, we got robbed, nigga. They showed the show. I was like, what do you mean? Y'all had $30,000 in a till in the middle of the fucking ghetto in the middle of the night. Stop fucking lying to me, nigga. Then when they showed that camera and it had a sock over it, oh, nigga. I damn near gotta run that back. I ain't gonna lie. You get free cabbage. The nigga had that sock over the camera, nigga. That was the worst robbery I'd ever seen in my life. I was like, so y'all had $30,000 in there, and all it took was a well placed sock to get y'all. This nigga told his daddy, look, we can pretend we got robbed, get a little insurance. I'm sure they got some insurance money too. Get a little insurance money, and then I'm gonna raise money off of everybody else. I mean, them niggas was running them private Instagram lives and shit like that, where it's just like, bro, them motherfuckers try to take down my channel. Like, this is like, I can literally use it, bro. That was the lesson I learned. For those of y'all that's in the like kind of new in the lawsuit and shit, the reason why I was like, I'm 100% doing this lawsuit over Money Boy Trey and shit like that is Taylor, Hale, and Joe, ISO Joe, nigga, that was their they got the last warning on that I was giving out. Them niggas filing false copyright complaints on the channel, nigga. Nigga, Taylor lawyer hit me talking greasy, nigga. I hit that nigga back, was like, hey, did you know your client was doing X, Y, and Z, nigga? So if you say another motherfucking word to me, nigga, I'm gonna sue the shit out of y'all. Nigga, She never tried any. Nigga, they tried to steal LNC. I showed her lawyer. I was like, nigga, they out here impersonating my company. These, them niggas was like, we gonna be the late night crew. Oh, so since the late night crew, so we gonna be the late night crew. I got pictures of them standing in front of a marquee at a club in, I think they were in Toronto, where it was like they was gonna be the late night crew. I was like, nigga, I will sue the shit out of y'all, nigga. Taylor thought she had a great plan, nigga. Well, since everybody like LNC and the late night crew, we gonna be that, and we just gonna take it from that nigga. I'm pretty sure it was Toronto, Jackie. It wasn't Toronto. It was Edmonton. I know it was up north, so I ain't gonna sit here and I ain't willing to jump off the ledge over it. But I know it was up north, and I was just like, y'all niggas is wild. And then when I told her lawyer, the lawyer got that shit shut down. I was like, yeah, y'all gotta leave that nigga alone. He's not playing. He ain't playing. And a dongle. This is another nigga we got. We get another nigga that he's such a beta ass nigga. This nigga sold his mama out for a piece of Asian pussy, like low tier. I mean, look what they tried to do with that Cerise shit. That Cerise shit, I couldn't believe it. And then the best thing that Cerise ever did, they wiped it off the internet, nigga. I'm like the only nigga with any copy of that. Nigga, I knew we should have never trusted Max Headroom. Shut up, Butters. Nigga, that was the best part of that whole thing was her and what was the bald lady name? Nigga, they sat around destroying them hoes, nigga. You know who we should have never jumped? I told you from the jump, we should have Felicia. We should have never trusted Max Headroom. Motherfucker, that shit was. And look at that season, like, and Cerise, and the next season was a total bust. Jag wasn't even supposed to win that season. Cerise was just so fucking bad at the game. She was so fucking bad at the game, couldn't do shit. you couldn't do shit. But the odds of me covering that shit, especially with everything going on now, court and whatnot, like, it's probably just not gonna happen. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, outside of the main channel, my number one priority is the wrestling channel right now. So it would have to find a spot behind wrestling, which keeps getting bumped because of court and shit. So I won't say never because I know how God works. And if God, I know when God is telling me certain things, really believe it or not. And if God pushes me that way, like, I can't see no scenario where I'm going to sit here and be like, no, God, because that's not what I want. If God nudges me in the direction of doing Big Brother, guess what I'll be doing? But then again, I'm probably lying. I'm going to get ready to get out of here now so I can finish cleaning. And then, I'll be at work tonight, full show. We'll be in the studio, all that shit. I just want to make sure everybody knew that we do have court July 9th. And it's at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which means that's 3 p.m. in the mountains, 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern, and 6 p.m. Atlantic. And it is a public courtroom. I advise you to please come and act like you got some fucking sense. But if you've been following this case, this is a big day. You should be there. K is Dub, Mish, Princess Da, Kendra, Chadrick. July 9th, Laura. I will be, as of tonight, when I come on the air tonight, I will start, what time is CPT? I missed it. If you on CPT, that's what you're gonna end up saying. I missed it. Clee, Chadrick, Big, Green Fishing, Lennox. It's going to be a monumental day. Like it's, it's a big deal. If you've been following us doing this shit for a while, this is our first time going to talk to the judge, and it's to get a lot of this foolishness stopped. Goat, great to see you. Jackie, Carefree. So I'm very excited. I'm very proud. Continue to pray for Christy and her family. They are out eating right now, and they're supposed to call. She's supposed to call me when they get finished. So it'll be my first time talking to her about court. And you know, continue to pray for her. Pray for football. Pray for Shay Jr. Pray for all of the family, my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law, all this shit. Pray for everybody. Yes, it's a Zoom. It's a public Zoom courtroom. And everybody is invited. It's open to the public. You are the public. So you ain't even gotta wait from, because I can't live stream it. You know, I can't live stream it or no shit like that. So it's kind of one of those, you gotta be there, or you can hear me talk about it later. But as far as me like replaying it or shit like that, I'm not allowed to do that. I can ask for special permission, but no, I'm not pushing the envelope. Let's get what we need to get right now. I'll make sure that you are available, you know, are able to come via link or whatever. But as far as, you know, I ain't gonna push the envelope. We don't want anything extra. We just want what we supposed to already have. Feel me? So tonight, probably talk about catch up on Diddy a little bit, whatnot, and see what's what. Going to Indianapolis Thursday, so we will be doing some LNC rides and shit like that. Kathy, I love y'all to death. I will see y'all here soon. God is great. July 9th, we got a hearing on them sanctions and that protective order. Scott Johnson, I'm gonna reply to your email. It's a few y'all saw sent me emails this morning. I'm going to hit everybody back. You know, it's just been crazy 24 hours. It's been surreal. You know, I still can't believe she gone. Well, you know, I do accept it, but it's crazy. You know, I just talked to her. So pray for my wife. That was indeed her best friend. So I keep my faith in him, and I believe you should too. Because I don't think it's an accident that on the day that my mother-in-law passed, that we got this monumental news from court. I hear you loud and clear, Lord. So we will keep pushing. Cynthia, raging. Well, good luck to your daughter with her sanctions as well. It's crazy times. But God will watch over you as well as me. I'm out of here, man. I'll see you in a minute. Peace.